Hey y'all, long time no see, but I've pushed myself to do a video today. Even though I'm kind of trashed, I'm kind of smushed, so I'm not sure if my voice is actually capable of narrating a whole video. The past week I was kind of filming something else, a different project, but that project is taking more time than I anticipated. So today's video is going to be an unboxing video. But right now I'm in my bedroom slash study room, kind of sort of rearranging a lot of stuff, digging through a bunch of stuff that I'm letting go of and I'm selling off. So yeah, I can show you a bit of my room in a sec, and then I'll show you what I'm going to be unboxing for you today. So yeah, I've just put all of my Barbies on my drawer next to my bed. They go into that cabinet, which I'm cleaning up and want to get a feel for how I want to display them. I'm going to be displaying my older superstar Barbies up here, and I'll keep them that way. I have a bunch of my pink girls over there. I love the way they're arranged there, so I'm just going to be keeping them that way too. Then I have a bunch of my rainbow high dolls. I think I'm going to be keeping those two the way they are as well. These are all the girls that I've kind of restyled, and I'm hoping to be adding 2 more soon, so that's a hint as to what my next video is going to be, which is kind of like taking a bit longer than I anticipated. Up there are my OMG girls, sans Neonlicious Fierce version. And I've arranged my OMGs this way, which I'm also quite happy with. So these are the pieces of my collection that are going to be staying that way. I think I'm going to be keeping the Bratz shelf the way it is here too, as well as the Brazilla's shelf. But my whole room is a mess right now, as you can see, and yep, those are the 2 things that we are going to be unboxing today. Going to be taking a look at a HOBBIT era Fashion Fever doll, and we're finally going to be taking a look at this huge Fashion Fever boutique. The top part of this boutique kind of gives away that this was meant for the HOBBIT era Barbie Fashion Fever dolls, as far as the clothing pieces go and the way they fit. So she's going to be modeling all of the stuff that this whole boutique is coming with. So I've brewed myself a cup of coffee, and I hope you're going to be able to understand what I'm going to be saying in this video. After going out last night and shouting from the top of my lungs while dancing, I'm kind of experiencing my voice slowly but surely disappearing. So let's start off by checking out the doll first. So this is the very cute Fashion Fever Teresa doll, who for this era, this HOBBIT era, got a new face sculpt, and I think this type of face was only used a handful of times. Now when we turn the box around, you can see all the dolls from this line. Barbie, Summer, and Teresa doll. Though I think this wave also had a Nikki and a Raquel in it, but I'm not 100% sure. Now this is a whole different face. This prototype is kind of different looking from the one that was actually used, and I end up preferring the face mold they opted for instead. I think this Teresa face is much cuter. So the bottom of the box has the classic Barbie logo of that era with the Fashion Fever logo. The top of the box has these dark pink and light pink stripes. It almost looks like a top of a French cafe. And it has the classic Barbie ponytail logo with some holographic glitter in the middle. The sides of these boxes have these dots, which are design decisions for box art that are very of their era, which I really like. The top of the box has a window where you can see the doll from the top. This doll was produced in 2006 apparently, judging from the bottom of this box. The back of the box has this little bio of Teresa saying that Teresa is a sweet, creative and girly doll. She loves a touch of ribbon and lace. I love the emphasis that they put on textiles they used on the fashion, showing that there was some thought put behind the creative process of not only envisioning but also making the garments. Now when you take this lid off, underneath it, it actually says, "Can I try it on?" So here we have Teresa as she's freed out of the box, and she's even cuter than I thought she would be. When she was like positioned in a box, she had this permanent upwards tilt to her head. But when you tilt her head down, you can see how gorgeous this doll is looking. She has very beautiful eye makeup. She comes with these white pearl earrings. She has a pink lipstick, some blush to her cheeks, these blue sunglasses on top of her head. She has this little braid part that's tied together with cotton thread. Now her hair is a mess right out of the box. It's made of Kanekalon, so I definitely need to be taking care of this one. Big lump of hair to make it nice and separated again. The dress is beautiful. It's made of a cotton material and it has this kind of like porcelain teacup vibe to it. I know a couple of years ago Valentino had a fashion collection that was based on this Chinese or Delftsblau teacup motif. She also has this cute little purse. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Kind of looks like a poodle to me. Is it a poodle? Let me know what you think this is down in the comments below. She has a couple of blue bangles on the other hand and these blue strappy heels that are a little warped as they are made of a softer plastic. And you can see the back of her face mold has a 2006 marking. So that was the year that this sculpt was created. Now I've put the Hobbit Teresa side by side next to a standard Barbie on the belly button body that was used at the time, and you can see that the Teresa doll is considerably shorter and her head was kind of like bigger, I feel, as far as the proportion goes. I'm not sure what the thought process behind the scenes at Team Barbie was, creating the Hobbit era during fashion fever. Maybe they wanted to appeal to a younger target demographic. Maybe they wanted to make Barbie appear more youthful because she's very grown-up adult in her other form here. I don't know from how many years they used the Hobbit bodies. I think they started off in 2005, if I'm not mistaken. It kind of ended around 2007. Now this Hobbit body, which is the standard Hobbit body, is still a bit different from the Hobbit body that was used for the movie dolls. Taking the dress off, you can see that they used some tape to glue the bust portion so it wouldn't slide down in box, which for me is also my preferred choice of achieving that look than using these rubber transparent straps that they sometimes use on dresses like these. Now looking inside of the dress, the stitching is a little rough around the edges. The dress isn't lined And the cotton material they used is very thin feeling, but it's still very much a cute piece nonetheless. Now let's take a quick side-by-side look at the Hobbit body that was the standard one and the one they used for the muses. Now you can see that this one is, as far as the height goes, I think almost different. The muses seem taller, and that's because they have larger feet. They also have a different mold for their hands, and the proportions of their waist is also different. The standard Hobbit body has a marking of 2006 Mattel Incorporated. The one they had used for the muses has a marking of 2007. Now that I've undressed Teresa, we can take a look at the boutique and dress her up in a couple of these very cute and funky looking outfits. So the gimmick of this boutique is it's a talking boutique. Now this is the German packaging. That's why it says Sprechende Modeboutique here. And it also says Du hast noch 300 Euro. It kind of translates to you've got $300 left. Drehe den Kleiderständer, die Moden zu kombinieren. So you can turn around this clothing rack to combine the fashion pieces. There's a fake credit card up here that you can use to swipe and have the boutique talk to you. And it also says here, ziehe die Karte durch den Schlitz an der Kasse, die coolsten Moden zu kaufen. There's the little Barbie illustration that was used at the time. It's cardboard that was placed on top of this box window. Now the back has a couple of cute illustrations where it again explains the process of combining as well as buying the clothing items that this set comes with. Now this set already has batteries in it. I hope they didn't explode and leak and corrode all over the insides of this boutique. I'm definitely going to be taking them out as fast as possible, and I have a couple of spare batteries left that I'm going to be putting inside in case that this boutique is still functioning. On the bottom of the box you can see that this boutique came out in 2007. Now here's the instructions manual that this boutique has come with, having an illustration of all of the pieces that are included in the set, and also explaining to you the process of how you build the set. So I finished putting together the boutique, and yeah, the amount of trash that this packaging produced is really infuriating. I've also taken out the batteries, and you can see that they are completely corroded. I cleaned up the battery compartment and put in a fresh set of new batteries, but I'm not sure if it's going to be working, so fingers crossed. So here we have the boutique put together. Now this sticker piece here was kind of not put on the plastic the way it should have been. You can see that it's kind of warped. I separated that little cardboard cutout as sort of like she's the cashier of this boutique. You can see this old school kind of display. It also had a little keyboard. Now this mechanic is you are supposed to present the shoes on the bottom part, but this doesn't really work the way that it supposed to, because the shoes sometimes get tangled with the feet of the mannequins. And you have a little Barbie picture here, which is cute. And the mechanic of this is that you have this wheel and you can decide what you want to spin. Do you want to spin the heads? Do you want to spin the tops? Or do you want to spin the bottoms? Now the bottom spinning mechanic is kind of rusted. Maybe it needs a new set of grease to be slathered onto it because it doesn't really work. But I'm gonna be displaying you the other mechanic. I've put it on heads and now I'm going to be pushing down the button and you can see the head spinning. And the heads had a couple of these heads, two of these heads had places where you can put the sunglasses onto. There was also this little silver headband that you were supposed to place on top of one of the heads, but none of them fit the headband, so I did not do that. But you can see the pink pair of sunglasses here. Yeah, you can see that it sometimes budges. And then there's a pair of transparent teal sunglasses. Now to the tops. You have this fur vest with this silver... is it actually metal? No. But it feels like it's kind of like supposed to be a metal charm. Then you have this butterfly shirt, which is also very cute. It again has this silver bow on one of the shoulders. Now this shirt is very cute. It's one piece, so this little top part was sewn onto the mesh part. It's a long sleeve shirt. One of the sleeves is now stuck behind the mannequin. There are these silver beads functioning as straps. And the little bralette that has a sweetheart neckline. It's actually tie-dye. So it's both pink as well as a white tie-dye. So that's very cool. And now onto the bottoms. There's another tie-dye effect sort of here. More of a gradient. And as I'm not able to spin it, I'm going to be turning it. In addition to the skirt, there's this pair of dark navy glittery jeans with a pink belt on it. And it also has this silver belt buckle kind of. Now the pairs of shoes that the set has are this pair of pink heels. I actually quite like these because they feel like they're made of a very hard and solid plastic. So these will never budge. Then we have... Now you can see why I dreaded doing this unboxing, because it's kind of like a lot of me helplessly flailing around. Now we have another pair of silver pumps. They're sort of like sandal heels. And then this silver mold, which has become very, I think, generic because it has been quite overused. So in addition to all of this, we also have this cute credit card. It's actually hard plastic. It's really like this credit card material. There are just a bunch of random letters in Comic Sans written on the back of it, probably to be preventing any kind of fraud from happening. Now on to whether or not this set still functions as far as the mechanics of the electronics go. So you can see that the back has an on-off switch here. Now I'm really excited to see whether this is still working. Now let's swipe our credit card.
Du hast noch 300 Euro.
It works! The speakers are pretty loud and they're actually very clear, I thought. It would be more muffled.
Du hast noch 250 Euro.
I've paid for $50 for the tops.
Du hast noch 200 Euro.
Oh, there seems to be some kind of switch here that if you hit it, it would start speaking with you.
Du hast noch 150 Euro. Du hast noch 100 Euro. Du hast noch 50 Euro. Du hast keinen Euro mehr.
I need to take a pair of scissors and cut this credit card because I'm over my limit.
Du hast noch 300 Euro.
We're back to $300, so the cycle continues. So I've now put Teresa in my favorite look that combines the outfit from the Fashion Fever boutique with the accessories that she came with herself, such as the glasses, the bangles and the shoes. I also attempted recurling her hair. It's not perfect, but it's much better than it was before. And while Kanekalon is most tameable when it's sleek and straight, I kind of felt like a straight look on her was very boring. She needed some volume, she needed some curls, she needed some big hair, so that's what I gave her. To sum it up, I think the HOBBIT era was Mattel's attempt to kind of Disneyfy Barbie. Disney Channel had at that point become a household name. This look is very much like that meme of the Teen Choice Awards red carpet where she's like, I got this cute outfit from the mall, but I combined it with a pair of Jimmy Choos. Mattel was already prepping the High School Musical dolls that also used the Hobbit body. It was a natural progression for them to be putting Barbie into this Disney version of herself. Skipper was also nowhere to be seen. She was MIA for a bunch of years between Teen Skipper. I think she was last seen in some beach line in 2002 or 2003. And after that, Skipper went missing until she reappeared in 2010. So it could be that the Hobbit body was sort of like Mattel's attempt to reintroduce Skipper, but they switched gears and used it on Barbie and her friends instead. I hope you enjoyed this little fashion show. I also hope that you enjoyed watching this unboxing and review. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment down below and let me know what you think of this unboxing. And I might see you in my next video. Mwah.